Blondies are essentially like the perfect crossroad of a brownie and a chocolate chip cookie. They're a crowd pleaser and also the easiest thing to make. Let's do it. Okay, so the first thing we're doing, I have a big metal bowl here that we're gonna be mixing our ingredients in, but if we put that in the microwave, bad things will happen. So we're going to go in by melting butter in a mug. Just use what you have on hand. So you don't want to have your butter too hot because then our sugar is not really going to mix in super well. So we're going to go in with a cup of dark brown sugar and then just a half cup of plain old white sugar. We're just going to cream together that brown sugar, and butter together. And it would be great if we had a mixer, but we are in a dorm, and one of the best parts of that is you get to do it by hand. And while it may take a little longer, I feel like you really do taste the love. And the key to this, especially when you're mixing by hand, is making sure that you mix it up enough. Just break up all those brown sugar chunks. It's a little tough at first, but if you keep going, you'll get the hang of it. So as you're mixing it, you'll see it's starting to get softer and starting to get lighter. Keep going, you want that super light and fluffy consistency. So here we have our mixture. It's super, super fluffy, and that's gonna give us that really flaky crust. All right, so now we add in 2 eggs, and I'm going to attempt a double-handed egg crack, the best party trick ever. All right, here we go. Oh, look at that. And we're just gonna mix that all together like so. It already smells so good. But it's about to smell even better because we're adding in some vanilla. And vanilla is just one of those things you have to measure with your heart. Like we add in like around a teaspoon, and then a little more for good measure. It's a lot of vanilla, but that flavor really comes through. Okay, and so usually when you're baking, you mix the dry ingredients separately, then back in, and like all this stuff, but like we're in a dorm, like that just means I have to do more dishes. So we're gonna do it all in one bowl. We're gonna go in with a half teaspoon of baking powder, just right in there. And then we're gonna go in with 1.5 cups of flour. And be sure not to pack the flour in the cup, try to get it as soft as possible. And just mix that all together. Oh, I just realized I forgot salt, which is actually a very critical ingredient to making this taste amazing. So we're gonna run to Novix, the coffee shop just downstairs, and grab a few salt packets. Let's go. We're back, we got the salt, and now we're ready to finish these blondies. All right, so we need a half teaspoon of salt, so now we're just gonna get that in there. Perfect. Thanks, Novix. And just mix that all together till a nice batter forms. Look at that. Just kidding. The last ingredient, arguably the most important, some chocolate chips. Just about a cup. And just pop that in there. All right, now we're just gonna mix this all together, just till everything's nice and combined. And it's as easy as that. Blondie batter. All right, let's clean up, then pop it in the oven. I got a 9x9 baking dish and some baking spray. We're just gonna give it a nice coat. We wanna make sure nothing sticks. Get those corners. And now we're just gonna pop that batter into the pan. And then just spread it out, just like that. My secret for making these blondies look as good as they taste is saving about a handful of chocolate chips and just plopping them on the blondie batter before I pop them in the oven. Just makes them look a little more gourmet. Now we're gonna pop these in a preheated oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. Look, it's got that nice little crinkly crust on top. All right, now we can just slice up our blondies. Oh my gosh. Look at that. They've got that little crust on top, the nice brown edges, and they're super soft and chewy in the middle. It's perfect. I'm off to go share these with some people in the dorm, and I'm telling you, the easiest way to make friends. Just carry around a nice tray of Blondies.